we have healthcare proxies and living wills. So the difference is slight, but I usually do them together. And your agent for a healthcare proxy is usually, and living will are usually the same person. Um, this is for healthcare decisions only. And a healthcare proxy versus a living will. The healthcare proxy is when you can't physically make your wishes known, such as you're in surgery, you're, sedated. That is when your healthcare proxy can come in and make those decisions for you. Whereas the living will is end of life decisions. So this is when you are terminally ill. You're never going to be waking up. You have no quality of life. This is when the living will comes into effect. Whereas a lot of people in their living will ask for to be made comfortable, but not to be put on respirators and um, to not have any sort of life-saving devices. It's just to be made comfortable and to be taken off of any machines. Whereas a healthcare proxy, that's more typically what you see, where people just aren't able to physically speak because they're in surgery or sedated. With your healthcare proxy, you need to make sure that you trust who you're choosing and that they know what your wishes are and what you would want. They need to be of legal age, they need to be nearby, um, and they could really advocate for you when you're unable to answer any of the questions that the doctors have. This person is really the person there to step up and do what is in your best interest. Also, having that healthcare proxy appointed, it helps to manage conflict between family because, if it's just you and you have your two children, usually the children will fight over who has control. With a healthcare proxy, you can name one primary and then you can name a secondary, but the primary acts alone. Their decisions are final, whereas with the power of attorney, you can have co-agents. You cannot do that with a healthcare proxy because we are looking for one person to make the decisions on your behalf. And it really cuts down on the fighting between family when it comes to those types of decisions.